Good morning, everyone in the room and also joining online. My name is Sinead Rice and I'm Head of Education and Public Programming here at the National Gallery of Ireland. And I just wanted to really warmly welcome you here today. Before Kate Redan and Sean Kassan take you through the day far more eloquently and in an informed way than I can, I just wanted to speak to the significance of an event such as this today. Because it is really important. It's really important that we're having these conversations, that we're presenting these artists, that we're creating visibility of these artworks and arts, and that we're making space all the time. It obviously, in pulling together this incredible event today, there's been lots of conversations, and it's obviously made me think a lot about the referendum. And I was thinking about how 10 years ago when I voted yes in the marriage equality referendum, I was 4 months pregnant, and I was ecstatic at what the outcome was, at the possibility that presented, what kind of Ireland that was going to be, what that meant. And there was just very much, I felt anyway, this very hopeful, unified feeling with colleagues, with friends, with family. In the following year, I was appointed Head of Education here at the Gallery, and we were working on a major programme as the historic wings upstairs, which if you haven't been here before, you'll get a chance to visit today. They were being reopened, and the National Collection, which spans centuries of years, was going to be represented to the public for the first time in a long time. And it just presented such an opportunity to push the boundaries of what we were doing, to really think about our programme, to think about what it could look at, how we could research, how it could be more inclusive and representational and responsive to society. And I was very fortunate because I had a fantastic team of people working with me here at the Gallery to do that. My colleague Kate, who's here today, came with a proposal to start looking at dedicated extensive research of the collection through an LGBTQIA lens. And this led to a pilot programme of tours, which then became embedded in our core programme, as this is always our ambition. Not to have parachute, not to have pilot that doesn't go anywhere, but to do work that can become core and doesn't just drop off, that isn't tokenistic and that can be sustained. Those tours blossomed and grew and developed into talks, artist collaborations, partnerships, and some really exciting initiatives, and open doors definitely that weren't open before. And in 2019, Outing the Past, the Festival of LGBT History came to Ireland for the first time at the Gallery. I can honestly say that that remains one of the standout experiences of my career, but also my life, in terms of what happened in this room and in the galleries that day. As we know, the following year, of course, was the pandemic, and I have to say, at times since then, it kind of feels like the wheels have come off a bit and the world has done somewhat of a 180. Of course, throughout history, we know there's always periods of crisis, there's always dark times, but at the moment, it feels very polarising and very divided, and we have, rise in right-wing politics, oppression, persecution, mass misinformation, this kind of destruction that's happening, war, humanitarian crisis, and the horrific genocide in Palestine. And the idea that we keep going about our daily lives is difficult at times. And I often think when we're here, when I'm at work, or even when I'm at home, what do you do? How do you marry these things? Where can you go with it? And I know that I'm incredibly lucky, because where I can go with it is here, and I can explore that world through the arts as well. I think what's very important is that we don't look away. You lean into what's in your wheelhouse, and you double down where you possibly can on anything that really reinforces equity, diversity, and inclusion. And while never looking away, it's also really important to remember that really fantastic things are happening all the time. And the artists that are going to speak to us today and present are examples of that, of work that is just always keeping us aware of the world around us and keeping us mindful of what can happen. I'm really privileged that over half my life, I've been surrounded by artists, and for the past 10 years in museums and learning. As a first-generation academic, I know how rare and wonderful it is to have that space to process this world. It is a really unique thing to have. A collaboration as rich as this only serves to further remind me of how fortunate I am. The Gallery and IMA bringing together centuries of history and then insane contemporary visual art expertise. I have huge gratitude to Kate and Sean and everyone involved in making today happen, and for the support we have received from both institutions. Kate and Sean will speak to you in detail next about the day, but just from a personal perspective, I want to say it's a real moment to be here with such exceptional artists and to be given such a unique opportunity to learn more about queer history and queer methodologies. I'm always learning, and I really believe this, that sustainably addressing barriers to education in the arts fundamentally create possibilities for a more just society. I just wanted to finish with a quote, which I'm sure many of you know, but it's one that I come back to very regularly. It's one that when I first discovered it landed really, I suppose, it hit me it hit here. And it is from James Baldwin. You think your pain and your heartbreak are unprecedented in the history of the world, but then you read. It was books that taught me that the things that tormented me most were the very things that connected me with all the people who were alive and who had ever been alive. And I think that's just an incredibly important thing to remember at all times. I want to thank you so much for coming. I hope everyone gets so much out of the day. And again, thank you to Kate and Sean for bringing everyone together. Thank you.